All right, we are back. ArkulusRex coming at you live. Today, I've got that playing back in my ear, so I'm gonna shut that off. Today is going to be just a grind, unfortunately. We gotta do it though. It's gotta be done. Let's make sure everything's working. Yeah, that looks good. Get this timer going again. I still need to look into it. I'll worry about it once I get back. Alright, so where are we at level wise? Let's have a look. So we're 33, 32, 33, 34. So ideally we'd like to be close to 35 before we do this last one. That's just how I just kind of how I feel. We might be able to sneak into it a little bit early. But we're gonna grind today. We'll do about an hour and a half today stream, and then we're gonna go ahead and probably just go for it on the next stream. The next stream will just be the chaos stream, so we'll see what happens. We will absolutely just see what happens. We're just going to get ourselves nice and replenished up on healing potions. So we can go out and hopefully make a bit of a dent, not get too stuck with those gas dragons. They are definitely the thing so far that has given us the most trouble. Had my last day of work today until my trip, so that's good to be done with that. It was a bit of a cruisy day, a little bit too cruisy. I was getting tired at work. Sometimes it's too slow. Sometimes it's too slow and you need a little bit more going on to keep you going, keep you awake. So, and I'm feeling it a little bit today. I'm feeling a little bit more tired than normal, but I'll be able to get a really good sleep tonight and off to the dentist tomorrow just to check up on how my wisdom tooth has healed, which I feel like that's pretty good. I feel pretty good about it. Not too stressed. Took a long time though before it fully closed. Probably close to 3 weeks before it fully closed. And my mouth profile is different now too, so it's been weird to get used to that as well. Oh, I hit the wrong button. So tomorrow's gonna be a busy day for me, but I am gonna stream. We'll try and do our normal stream schedule tomorrow. So we'll be on for 3-ish hours, depending on how quickly we sort of beat this next guy. If we smoke him really quickly, then we might jump into picking the next game, and then we might just have a little play around with the next game. But the next stream could also take the full time. Oh, sorry, the next boss could also take the full stream time, so we'll be prepared for that. Alright, we're going in. We're gonna take this teleporter. And then we're going, here we go. How you doing, Plague? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Today's just gonna be a grind. Nothing but grind. But it's gotta be done. And we're gonna do it. Where am I at here? Everybody's full health, so let's double hit this one. Well, big in the way that it's probably only going to be a grind, but it's only going to be a short stream today. Only going to do an hour and a half today. I'm a little bit tired, and this is an extra stream, so not doing a full stream. Had to start packing and stuff as well, so I had to spend some time doing that. You had a busy day the other day. How was your day today? A bit better? Oh, it's your morning, isn't it? No, it's your afternoon. Hey, there's the levels we wanted. We were really close. Almost noon. Today's dead. That's good, man. After it sounded like he had a really busy day yesterday. Done 0 work. That was me today. That was me at work. I was just like bored. We'll go this way. Got a staircase here. We're gonna work through up to the bosses again because I feel like that's just a pretty good natural progression through to just get some grinding done. Yeah, we got a couple of gas dragons. And we're just gonna smoke this one down. Just not even worry about trying to do damage on multiples. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. That's still kind of busy. I mean, still stuff going on. Sometimes when I've just got one thing going on and it's only going to take 30 minutes, it's still a busy day. At least that's how it feels. Like, I've got an appointment tomorrow, but it's like 2 hours of driving, probably 30 minutes at the appointment. And that's going to feel like an absolute slog. I got to finish up packing as well. TV getting delivered, that's pretty exciting. It's very exciting. Oh, we killed him already. Alright, there you go then. Coming to use a quote for new Windows. Oh yeah. Yeah, some people like it. I totally get it. I totally get it. It depends as well, like, what kind of person you are, you know? Some people like to lay down for a bit, sort of have that as their chill time and be horizontal, and then you just kind of fade out. I know my mom was like that. My mom just loved to just lay in bed and watch TV a lot. I mean, I lay in bed and sit on YouTube for like 30 minutes before I fall asleep, so I'm not gonna judge anybody. TV would be more comfortable, that's for sure. Hey, level 34 for Theo. All right, we're gonna get close today, so that's promising. Oh yeah, we will use some magic. Yeah, that's totally understandable. We have the living room, and that's got a TV, and then my girlfriend has like another couch in her spare room, and her TV set up in there, and then so she can just decide, you know, whatever she feels like whenever the mood takes, you know? So she kind of bounces around between the rooms every now and again, depending on, you know, if she wants some quieter time or not. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. Oh, these mages are back again. Yeah, okay. We actually just got a new couch the other day. Not the other day, I suppose it was a few weeks ago. I love it. It's got one of those, like, it's an L, but then it turns into a bed if you pull the whole thing out. Like, you can pull it from the bottom and it turns into a bed. I love it. I think it's great. And I would just leave it as a bed if it was up to me. But my partner likes to sit and do some puzzles and stuff like that, so we do usually leave it tucked in. Yeah, we, I don't know if you guys have it in the UK. It might just be an Australian thing. It's a koala. That's the name of the company. And we've pulled it out as a bed, and it comes with like a topper, like you know, one of those thicker toppers that kind of just flattens everything. It comes with one of those as well. It's pretty comfy, and it's firm. It's not too soft. It doesn't have any bits that sag, so that's really good. Yeah, the company's called Koala. I think it's named after the animal. If we had an actual koala, it would be like on display. There would be a koala cam. But they're those ones that they come in pieces and then you can assemble the whole thing yourself. It's actually remarkably easy to assemble them too. I don't know why that, yeah. We'll just allow that. That's fine. One of her sort of duties at her job is to like maintain koala habitats in areas where they need to do like some new sort of construction or work plans or stuff like that. So she's got to like run reports and make sure that there's like no koalas or certain types of plants and wildlife that get just like obstructed by it. Pretty interesting. They absolutely do. When I first moved here, I heard about drop bears, and then I was also, they insisted that I wear a cork hat, and I was like, what are you talking about? Why the hell would I need a cork hat? And they were like, because of all the insects. And I was like, what? I did not wear a cork hat, but they tried. I am originally from Minnesota. Moved here when I was 21-ish, something like that. So I've been here for a long time. Been here for a very long time. I don't think these guys have all that much health. You have family in Perth? Oh, okay. I've actually never been there. I want to go. I definitely want to do that one day. I've heard the beaches over there are some of the best in the world. Honestly, some of the beaches where I used to live were really good as well in down south in Australia. Says Perth is shit. I mean, look, there is like this whole thing that a lot of people, where they're at is the best place to be, and if you're not there, then clearly where you're at is shit. I think it's all kind of subjective. It depends like where you're at in your life, what things you do and don't like. Like when I lived close to the beach, I couldn't imagine not living close to the beach, and now I don't live close to the beach, and I'm just like, yeah, it's okay. Do I miss the beach? Yeah, I miss the beach, but it's not the biggest thing in the world, you know? I've only lived in 2 of Australia's major cities, but I've visited Melbourne a lot. And I will say there is a lot to do in Melbourne. If you're a person that enjoys culture, enjoys any sort of entertainment, museums, good food, good drinks, then yeah, Melbourne's really good. Yeah. My partner lived in Melbourne for a year, and I used to visit her frequently when she lived there. So I've probably been there about a half a dozen times. And if there is any city I probably would want to live in, it would probably be Melbourne. Like if I had a choice, and it's mainly because of the weather though, to be honest. I cannot stand the heat where we live. Yeah, dry heat is fine. Like, we went to Vegas 6 months ago, and that, mind you, it wasn't like a hot time in Vegas, but it was warm. But it was really dry, so it was super tolerable. And then here, it's just relentless. It's like, every single day in the summer, the high was never below 32 degrees Celsius, and I was just like, come on. Give me a frickin' break. And at night, you're still dealing with like 26, 27 degrees, and it's humid, and it's sticky, and it's gross. And you just want to like run away from it. Yeah, humid. Yeah, it's not quite tropical where I live, but it's close to tropical. If you go a couple hours north, it starts to get pretty gross. We went and visited probably 8 hours north a couple years ago, and we were drinking beer and shots and all this sort of stuff, and because you're sweating so much, you weren't even like getting tipsy. It was just like straight coming out of you, and all of us just stunk like alcohol so bad. Ooh, got him quick this time. I'll have to go to the UK, I really want to. I think my girlfriend's grandparents were originally from the UK. They were probably criminals or something and got sent out here. That sounds about right anyways. Yep, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm not a like... I'm kind of a crap drinker because I always just like have to go to the toilet. Like I always just have to pee, so I don't get drunk very easily. So I sort of either have to go really hard, or it's just never gonna. I'm just never gonna get tipsy. And I don't know. I don't really like to go super hard. Wine will usually get me there fairly good though. Or soju. How good have you? I don't know if you've had soju. Soju is amazing. Becoming easier and easier to get drunk. Okay. I never had a hangover until I was probably 33 or 34. But I never got drunk until I was 27. That was the first time I ever got drunk. Just wasn't a thing for me. Yeah. Definitely don't enjoy the day after a big day. Or big night, excuse me. I actually think it might be the upper left. Yeah. Oh, slimes. We're actually just gonna run away from these guys. Can't be bothered. Yeah, I'm not... If there's alcohol in the house, I will, like, drink it a little bit after work or something like that. But if it's not in the house, I don't even really think about it that much. So we kind of just choose to not have it in the house, just as like, so that it's just not an option. To be honest, if I had to choose between alcohol and an energy drink, I'd choose an energy drink every single time. And if I want to mix both and wake up with sweaty frickin' shakes, I'd do Red Bull vodkas. Those things are terrible. do. This is definitely not hitting us as hard now that we've got a couple more levels. Yeah. Yeah, it's like you get tired from the alcohol, but like your heart's racing, so like you're sweating more than normal. That's can't be good for you. One thing I find pretty amazing from when I was a kid is how few people smoke now, like cigarettes. When I was a kid, like everybody my parents hung around with, my grandparents, everybody smoked, everyone. And now, the only person I can think of that I know 100% still smokes is my mom. That's it. I actually don't know anybody who smokes. Yeah, vapes are really common. I mean, I would much rather smell a vape than a cigarette. See if we get lucky and we can just one-shot all these guys. Get it. No. Yeah, okay. Oh, when I was probably 18 or 19, I dated someone who smoked. That's probably the last... Yeah, that's the last person I ever dated who smoked. I feel like it's no longer trendy. I feel like vaping is the more trendy thing to do. I feel like vaping is like... I don't know how to explain it. It's not seen as like, as disgusting, you know what I mean? So... Did you kill him though? Heck yeah. Yeah, look, I don't know either. I do think it is because like sometimes I think it's because vaping is trendy. And it's like it's kind of cool to just like, I don't know, blow smoke. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I tried to encourage my mom to switch to vaping. I mean, some people in my family still smoke pot. I think that's still really common. But I don't know, like, do people... I would say more people probably vape it than actually, like, roll a joint and smoke it. That's my guess anyways. I'm not really around people who do it, so I'm not really too well-versed in it. Where are we going? Down there. Actually, what's our health's getting a little bit low. Let's just do a top up. Let's not push it too close. CBD oils, yeah. I do feel like I don't know if it's legal in the UK, pot, but I do feel like that was one really good thing the States did was legalize it, regulate it, and make it so that what you get, like what you buy, is safe. And also just tax the shit out of it. You know, put it back into the state, put it back into the infrastructure. I think the states that have done that over there have done a really good job of that. Like we went to LA, and you can just buy like gummies, and they're a specific dose. It tells you exactly how much to take, and you know exactly that it's going to be like safe for consumption. It's pretty common. Yeah. I mean, and this is coming from somebody who's I've personally had a really horrific experience with pot. I don't smoke it. I've done it a few times in my life, and I've had a really bad experience with it. I still think it's way better than something like alcohol. So why not regulate it, make it safe, and just, yeah, if people want to do it, just tax them. I don't think there's any issue with that. We are not taking a break for stream today because we're only going to be on for another hour, so we're just going to keep going. And like dispensaries, you can go into a dispensary and you know what's gonna be there. You know what I mean? It's not like some shady deal. Oh, Rocket, 6 a.m. coming off the Metal Gear Solid 3, the cutscene stream. How are you, Rocket? Good to see ya. Yeah, police spend a lot of time catching weed dealers. If they legalized it and taxed it, they'd be able to spend time elsewhere. I agree completely. I agree completely. Yeah, the cutscene stream. I mean, I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan. Absolutely love it. When I do get around to streaming it, y'all are gonna sit there, you're gonna watch everything, and you're gonna be quiet. I love it. I think the story is so, so like cheesy good nostalgia. You were up till 1. Man, you're a machine. You are an absolute machine. If I got 5 hours of sleep, I'd call in sick. I wouldn't even go to work. Oh, I've done Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation. I've done 2 and 3, and then I've done a little bit of 5, and then I kind of peeled away because I was like, I don't know if I want the story to end. It's kind of one of those things where I feel like very connected to it, and I struggled to want to see how it ends. But one day I will, and I'll make sure I enjoy it. I'm not sure if you need a PS3, but I would say that's probably the best way to go. You're rolling with a capture card, right, Rocket? Or do you normally emulate? Yeah, I don't think they've ported it to anything else either. I'm definitely gonna end up getting a PS3, and that's what I'm gonna do with it. Yeah, you've got the 4K. How good is that 4K capture card? Oh. Once I figured out the sound delay on it, I was so happy. I was like, this is the last capture card I ever need to buy. I'm keeping my eyes peeled. I go to thrift stores a lot. So if I find a PS3 at a thrift store, I'll just grab it then. Yeah, no worries, Plague. Appreciate you hanging out. Enjoy your food. Oh, okay. Maybe it's something in the way I have it set up, but I had a mad lag between what was happening on my screen and what was going through my headphones. And there was a setting in my Windows that I had to, I think turn off entirely. And then after that, it's completely smooth. But I had to do some YouTube searching and like look up this video that had like a couple of thousand views just to figure it out. It was one of those ones that must not have been too common. I'm feeling a lot better about this party at the moment. Just going through this again, I feel like this party's ready or close to ready. So when we jump into the stream tomorrow, I feel like we're gonna be able to take this guy out. I feel very confident in that. And he needs to go out. He needs to perish. Get on with this slow nonsense, come on. Oh, you're not dead? Come on. This battle's taken longer than I expected. I think the Switch 2 is going to be so incredible for streaming. I really do. I think it's going to be such a widely used console once it comes out. I just imagine all the games that have been released the last like 4 or 5 years that are just outside of like what the Switch could do, and the Switch 2 is going to be able to do it, and it's going to be able to do it in handheld, and you know, Nintendo's probably going to make sure that everything on that thing is just like top notch. Not that way. Actually, what was our health like? Yeah, we're good. Actually, we'll just pop the heal here in this fight. Just keep us going. Keep us topped up. Nice, nice and quick. I like it. I like it. I think we'd be getting close to our first fight, or our first boss fight. Excuse me. You know what game? I heard it, like, it got announced like a year ago, and I haven't heard anything else about it since then. There was like a Jurassic Park survival game, and it looked like such a good idea, and I haven't heard anything about it since then. It seems like such a, like, natural idea for a survival game. really love to hear something about that. I haven't looked anything up about it either, though. I was just hoping that, like, it was going to be one of those things that you would hear about because it was going to be a bit hyped up. Pretty sure right near this staircase is the first boss fight. So it should be right. Coming right up here. And he's not too hard, he's pretty cruisy. Just getting that sweet, sweet XP. Here we go. The Lich. We're not gonna do anything fancy, we're just gonna go attack him. Oh, wow, okay, he hits the nuke. That's the first time I've seen him use that. Oh, shoot. This could be interesting. 394. Ooh. Okay, well, I said he wasn't too hard, and he's just come out and trying to prove me wrong here straight away. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have used the healing staff. I probably should have used an actual healing spell this time. I mean, if Theo gets a good hit, he might be able to take him out. What do you got? 5, that might be enough. Hell yeah. Alright, let's get ourselves healed back up. And then I've heard some really good things about that, what's that other RPG that just came out, like the same day as Oblivion dropped? Claire Obscure? Something like that? I've heard really good things about that as well. I saw John playing it the other day. I thought it looked pretty cool. Compared to this anyways. Not that this is bad, it's just old. Well, this is dreadfully time-consuming. Do one more. Alright. There we go. Let's move on. There's a door here, I think. Yep. I bought this crazy backpack in preparation for this trip. It's like a an osprey. It's like a hiking backpack. It's got like those like sticks in the back to like for stability, and then if you need to, you can like wrap the backpack sort of around yourself a bit to like keep it attached to you. That's not the cool thing. The cool thing is on the front side of the backpack, it comes equipped with a smaller backpack, which you can like have 2 backpacks on your backpack for multiple backpacking adventures. But I was like, I'm gonna get this because I was like, this is a really interesting idea. And the smaller backpack that's on the front, I'm gonna use as my carry-on, and then I'm gonna bring the bigger backpack in my suitcase and use my suitcase and the bigger backpack as a double check-in. And in case I ever need 2 backpacks while I'm over there, or if I need to share one with my partner, perfect. It's just backpack inception. It's so I can go backpacking while I'm backpacking. I mean, it's perfect for backpacking. This was one of those, like, do a bunch of research and hopefully it's the last backpack I'll ever need to buy. Because the one I bought one like 4 or 5 years ago, and it's unfortunately worn out. And I was kind of disappointed that it had already worn out, because that one wasn't too cheap either. But I was like, nah, this time we're gonna go and we're just gonna get some like epically good backpack. And I got a backpack inside a backpack. It was a great idea. I feel like if I wanted to, might be able to beat it tonight, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to, because this is an unscheduled stream. This is just supposed to be for the grind. Boss number 2. Oh, Fire 3. That could have the potential. Yeah, that's a pretty good hit. It's 128. And 130. I can't remember. I think Fire 3 can hit for over 200. Yeah. Oh, that's 26. Never mind. That's fine. I think it can hit for over 200. 4 hits for 94. Well, that's not very good. That's better. 5 for 205. I like that. Let's do more of that. And then we might just sprinkle in a heal all. There we go. Easy. I do hate that these have like an experience block at 500. It's kind of frustrating. So if he's 34, what's everybody else? 34, 34, 34, 33. Okay. So M's probably getting pretty close now. to 35. What do we got? Oh yeah, these guys. So many of these guys. These guys are frustratingly annoying. I'm pretty excited to see how big the selection of Switch games is in Japan comparatively to Australia. I feel like Australia doesn't have a very big gaming culture section in their like EB Games or whatever their electronic store is compared to anywhere else in the world. Pretty slim pickings over here. They always have like the big titles and that's about it. They're more like a merchandise store now than they are a video game store. There's a lot of Switch games I need to add to my collection. A lot of Switch games. And I feel like the Switch gets a few more indie releases that Xbox and PlayStation don't get. And as far as like physical copies, I don't think Xbox and PlayStation get quite as many physical copies for these indie releases. It'll be interesting to see what they have. Sometimes I miss the days where like games looked like the PS2, Xbox era, and they could just like churn out game after game after game, and it wasn't as big of a risk for the company. And now it seems like whatever the company's gonna put out in its AAA company, it's like a $300 million investment, you know? Which means there's not as many games taking risks. I miss the weird sports games that used to exist, like the NFL Streets. They had Arena Football, they had NFL Blitz, they had NBA Street, I think you had FIFA Street. You remember Super Mario Strikers? I used to love that. That was great. I feel like a lot of those sort of like EA Sports big era titles are missing from gaming now. Really miss it. What are we going here? Yeah, we're pretty good. We're pretty good. I think we can go either or here. No, that's a dead end. Well, that's definitely something I'm looking forward to playing again, is those, like, weird sports games. Like, you had NBA Jam way back in the day, NBA Hang Time after that. Like I said, the Blitz series, I had a lot of fun with that. Snowboard Kids, that was pretty fun. You wouldn't really, I suppose, classify that as much of a sports game. And I've heard that Tony Hawk's remakes are really good. I haven't played them, but I was such a huge fan of like those early to mid-range, like probably up to American Wasteland is probably the last one I really probably put a lot of time into. I've heard Skate's really good series. Maybe Skate 2 and 3 more than 1. I hear more about those. than I do Skate 1. I feel like now if companies try something big and they fail, it's so detrimental. Which sucks. I was looking through some of the games that I've been collecting, and I think I have like 4 or 5 Star Wars games on Xbox. That's crazy. That's crazy how much like Star Wars content was on that console, and I don't even own them all. That's just what I've got. You know, I've got Battlefront 2, some Episode 2, I've got Episode 3, I've got Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like AAA studios need to have like smaller releases where they're cheaper, but they're not like these completely next generation things that have taken 5 years to make. You know, it took maybe 2 years, but you can put out something that's more affordable that people will enjoy, something you're willing to take a risk on creatively. And it didn't cost the studio, you know, 100 million plus. I mean, I almost bought Concord after it got, what's the word? Canceled? Like, that was in stores, that was on shelves, and that got canceled. I almost bought it just so I owned a piece of, like, video game history. Part of me wishes I did. That's gonna be so, like, iconic to be like, this game came out and lasted a day. I feel like there's too many games that are sort of coming out like that, and I feel like that sort of battle royale slash maybe there's room for another extraction shooter, I don't know, but that sort of battle royale thing is very saturated. Whoopah! And I think this is just me personally, I think it's really disappointing that Destiny 3 didn't happen. I mean, they milked Destiny 2 to death. But I thought for sure that was the smart, easy idea, was after all these years, just release the next Destiny. Do it really well, you know, do it so it's got a really good story and do all of your multiplayer things that you want to do. And then when they announced Marathon, I was just kind of like, I'm probably not even going to play that. I think games like Escape from Tarkov are really good. I think that's got such a good pull to it. There's this like unknown world that exists in sort of a world that is real. I think that's got a great gameplay loop. I enjoy that. I'm terrible at it. Absolutely dreadful at it. But I like the idea of like you've got scav runs and then you've got your character that you're building. It's great. It's probably the most like control heavy game I've ever heard of, where you've got to hit like, sometimes you've got to hit 3 buttons just to execute something. How we doing? We're pretty good. Dax is a little bit low, but he'll be alright. Oh, we've got the big eye. And I'm really waiting for a really well done Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles RPG style game. Like, make it dark, make it noir, make it really good. Just a gritty, just a really good game. Because that's what was cool about the original comics, is they were quite dark, and the first movie was pretty dark as well. And then obviously with the following movie, they made it a lot more comedy. Oh, he's stunned. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. We'll take him out with these two, so he'll be alright. I need to go back and I need to beat Super Mario Odyssey as well. I thoroughly enjoyed that game. You know how you start a game and then something happens in your life and like you just don't go back to it because maybe that thing in your life was too, it took up too much time, and like going back to that game just kind of feels like different. I need to go back to it though. Loved that game. That was such a great game. The hat mechanic was a great idea. And then I need to get back to Breath of the Wild. That doesn't seem like a great stream game though to me, Breath of the Wild. It seems a little bit too open-ended. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. There's probably people that streamed it and were like super successful with it. But for me, that doesn't seem like a great stream game. And I was thinking the other day, so I'm obviously gonna play Oblivion when I get back. And I was thinking the other day, what if I make a rule for myself in Oblivion where if I come across a certain item, I have to loot it. In order to make it sort of a gag that, like, let's say hypothetically, if you came across a bow, you'd have to loot it. No matter what, you have to loot the bow. Even if it's detrimental to your progress through the game, you have to loot it until you get back to a town, and then you can clear your inventory. But like if you were out in a dungeon or something like that, you have to keep looting a certain item so that it's like detrimental to your playstyle. I think that would be kind of funny. Like imagine if you pulled like a claymore or like a hammer. You would loot like 2 or 3 of them, and then you'd have to start like throwing away pieces of gear. But I was thinking about putting a list together of all the items in the game, and then just sort of doing a random roll, and whatever it lands on, then I have to loot that particular item every single time I come across it. Not like in a shop or something like that, but if you're out in the world and you're in a dungeon or you're, you know, doing whatever, then you come across an item and you have to loot that specific item. Come on, this could be a big fight. I should have done the damn lightning. I think I got the Kraken right after this too. One down at least. It's good to see Oblivion still popping off though on streams. I like that. Means it's pretty good. I mean, usually if a game dies real quick, that's usually a telltale of whether or not it's a very good game. But if people are streaming it pretty heavily days and days later, then it's probably a safe bet. Oh my gosh. Did I play the original Oblivion? I lost my life. I lost relationships to that game. I've probably got, on my biggest playthrough, I've probably got about 400 hours, and then I've got other characters as well, where cumulatively I probably would have about 800 hours into that game in total. I loved it. It was the game that made me go to college for video game design and graphic. It was video game design and 3D architecture. It was that game that sort of inspired me to want to do that. You too? You lost a relationship to that game, or you spent like 800 hours on it? Thanks, Rocket. I hope I'll catch you next stream. Have a good day. Enjoy your day at work. Hopefully it's nice and cruisy. Can't wait for that Metal Gear stream. Metal Gear. Yeah, that when Oblivion came out, that tickled an itch. Oh, do you like my Solid Snake? Oh, Metal Gear. Oh. Oh, you do games too. Far out, Captain. You're a jack of all trades. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. Yeah, I've heard of that. Where like they do like teams or something. Man, you just rung a bell in my head. They do like teams or something, and they try to create a game, like you said, in like 72 hours. Oh, that's not good. All right, well, we're still pretty good. We're in pretty good shape. Now, let's see if we can get this speed. What is it? That's not the right character. My characters are messed up. Okay, the lightning. Let's do the lightning 3. What am I doing? Let's see. Let's do a proper heal here. And then we'll do a fast. Made a few games. Game Jam games, they're fun to make. Just a hobbyist game dev, so they're not very good. Look, man, I think a lot of people start out as hobbyists, though, and then maybe you either have an idea or an execution that just works one day, and sometimes you just gotta try. What's the Five Nights at Freddy's dude? He made like 50 games beforehand, or it could have been even more than that, and then he hits it big with Five Nights at Freddy's. That stuff, I love stories like that. And what's the new game that came out not long ago I see people playing all the time? Schedule 1. That's another one. Fantastic. I think people love a feel-good, like, indie dev does good story. People will jump on that, even if it's not a great game, just to shit on AAA. They will do that just to spite AAA. And I love it. I think it's great. Because it makes me go, well, AAA, do better. I think we're good to just heal here. Let's see how we go with it. I don't think he's gonna have too much more. Actually wasn't paying close enough attention. I did go to college for it, but I only went one semester. I dropped out. It was not the right time in my life to be going to college. Got your first clip that I'm aware of. Oh man, I'll have to check that out. That's awesome. I'm gonna open that now. I just don't want to lose it. I don't know how this stuff works. All right, I've got that saved. I will listen to that after the stream. Thank you very much, Rocket. You're a legend. For real, AAA is such hot garbage more often than not. I've seen Balatro. I haven't played it, but man, have I heard some good things about Balatro. I've heard that game is so addictive. But it's a great idea because everybody understands cards. Let's just do a heal here. We've got 4 more. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. I think I was kind of mumbling about it earlier. I think AAA, they need to go back to those PlayStation 2, Xbox era sort of ideas, creative wise. Like, I don't need my game to look photorealistic. Or sorry, maybe the better thing to say is games don't need to look better anymore. We're at that point where games, they're fine. I don't remember the last time I opened a game and I was disappointed by the graphics. That's just me personally. It's been a very long time. And now I want to see these AAA companies spend 40 or 50 million on a game and make something really creatively unique. Like I was talking about the EA Sports Big back in the day and how like unique those sports games are, and they're just gone. They're just nowhere to be found anymore. I would love to see that again. I'd love to see games like Katamari Damacy or Okami, where they weren't like these epic blockbuster games, but they just did something really well. I've never played Okami, so I don't know how good it potentially is, but I've heard really good things. Oh, I didn't rotate my party. That's one of my peeves about this game. I hate that it rotates your party. If one of them gets poisoned, you're just like, nah, well, now what do I do? It would be cool to see another NFL Street. It really would be. I'd love another NFL Street. I do think we're probably getting really close to this final boss. I think I know where he is. So we're just gonna sort of tread lightly around the edges here, just around the sides. And we'll avoid him for now. It's a little bit more exploration I know I can do on this level. And I miss the days where like there was a lot of tie-ins with TV or movies. Oh, thanks, John. We're yeah, that's all we're doing today. We're just gonna grind, and it's going really good so far. So appreciate the support. Yeah, I miss the day where games and movies were kind of like intertwining a little bit more frequently. Like I've got a whole bunch of Disney games my partner and I like to pick up if we want to bust them out in a night or like over a weekend. We just like power up the PlayStation 2 and play something. That's kind of fun to just like have those lighthearted games. Oh, level 35. This is the start. This is where we want everybody. Ems is level 35. If we can If we can get Dax to 35, I think we're sweet. Because he's the squishiest one in our party. Okay, Ark's hit 34. Man, that must have been a lot of XP on those worms. Let's shuffle. Well, let's heal up a bit, and then we'll shuffle the party back around the way it needs to be. We'll get everybody right around just over 400. Yeah, okay. And, man, I'm always thinking about, like, games that should be redone. I liked the idea of remastering Dead Rising 1. Because I thought that was such a unique idea at the time, it deserves a little bit more love. Yeah, these are good-looking sprites. I don't know why they're on their knees, though. This game has some crazy good-looking sprites. The Phantom, he's got another name as well. He's got the one big eye. He's really cool looking. And then the very last, the last elemental boss, Tiamat, or whatever his name, however you pronounce it. That is probably one of the coolest looking characters, like sprites in the game. Very cool. This, surprisingly, has me really excited to see how Final Fantasy II changes things, improves things, just like quality of life features. Yeah, really excited to see, like, because if this is the basement of the what do you call it? Like the beginning, not the basement, but like the beginning of the Final Fantasy series, it'd be really cool to see where it goes from here for me. The sprites for the enemies are better looking than your characters in this game. But I suppose the sprites, the enemies don't really have to move, and your characters, they have to make a move, so probably a little bit more demanding. It's a lot of slow getting cast right now. When I first played an NES when I was a kid, it was on a black and white TV. And the TV itself was red in color. It was, I think, a 13-inch. And we played on that for years. And then we finally upgraded to a color TV, and I tell you what, that was like high definition all over again. It was beautiful seeing it in color. Very cool. Wow, okay, let's actually kill one of these guys. Getting a bit over this slow nonsense. I might have to use some spells here. This is getting ridiculous. That is impressive. Your grandmother bought an NES. You'd spend the weekend with her, break it out, play some Zelda all weekend. As if that doesn't sound amazing enough and nostalgic and awesome. And you beat all the dungeons in Zelda without any help. That's cool. I'm really looking forward to playing that, and I will probably struggle because I don't remember that game hardly at all. I know there's that bit in the Lost Woods where you've got to go certain directions, but I couldn't tell you where the dungeons are. I couldn't tell you what order they need to be done in. Nothing. So that'll be fun. I'm really looking forward to that. And then I heard Zelda 2 is just... it's tough. I heard Zelda 2 is a big change. Ah, we finally killed one. Okay, so when I was 3, I ended up being in the hospital, and that was the first time I ever played an NES. My mom and dad brought an NES to the hospital for me to play when they would come and visit. So that was pretty cool. That was probably my very first memory of playing a video game, was playing in the hospital. Playing some, like, Super Mario Brothers, or what was the other one? I think... I know we did I know we had Duck Hunt. I think Super Mario Brothers 3 as well. I can't 100% remember if we played that. Yeah, I've got Zelda 2 on my list. It's gonna get done, but I've heard some mixed reactions about it, so it'll be very interesting to get around to that. These guys should go down nice and quick this time. Super Mario Bros. 3 is literally almost, I would say, the perfect game. Because I'm pretty sure the Super Nintendo was already out when they were making Super Mario Bros. 3, because I think it was like a year later. I think the Super Nintendo was like 1990 in Japan. And then 91, I want to say Super Mario Bros. 3 came out. Very, very good game. I've never beaten it. I have seen my mom. She played it and beat it when we were kids. I think I was too young back then to understand how to do everything. And then I've heard, is it Super Mario World? Is that what it's called? The one on the Super Nintendo? Pretty sure it's Super Mario World. I heard that's one of the best games too. Like, some people consider that in their top 3, top 5s of all time. So I'm really looking forward to that too. And that's one of those games I've only dabbled with here and there. Couldn't tell you much about it at all, other than the fact that it still does the overworld sort of thing. Oh, everybody's stunned. Cool. One of us popped out. Come on, let's go. We never owned a Super Nintendo growing up. We had the NES, the Genesis, and then we jumped from Genesis to Nintendo 64. And then from there I had PlayStation 1, and then I've had everything since then, I think. So I'm really excited to do the Super Nintendo series, because everything will be brand new for me. The only thing I've done with the Super Nintendo is test games, because I've got a PAL console, and I've just been testing games to see if I need to be what region I need to be playing them in, and if they're even going to work. So far, everything looks like it's gonna work. Oh, he ran away. He ran away like a little Bitchardson. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce the last name. Everything's pretty good. We'll do a little bit more exploration. I don't know what could be over here, though. I just know I want to be careful not to go up north too much. I will just chuck a heal, keep it going, keep the healing train going. Oh wow, that's not a kill. I thought that'd be a kill. This hopefully takes everybody out. One down. This looks like it's going somewhere. I think we're in good shape for this next stream. I really do. I think we're gonna be able to come in here and go straight for Mr. Chaos and take him out. And if I go for him right away and fail, then I think we're gonna have time to do it again. Feeling good about it though. Feeling really good about it. That's it. That's it. He got us real good last time because of his what was it called? His heal. So I couldn't do enough damage quickly to negate that heal. But now with this fast spell, I think we'll be able to do it. And then we've got the wall we can put up with our invisibilities. Ems should be like constantly casting, and then we're gonna use Arc to cast fast. I think we got a really good chance here. So long as Arc can stay alive, that's my main concern because he's so damn squishy compared to everybody else. And then what we'll do is, when we beat it, we'll roll for the next game. So, when we come back from our trip, we'll be ready to go for whatever's next. Man, these slows just take so long. I was really hoping that was going to be the kill right there. Have anything? Not really. Actually, let's just do a heal here. There we go. He got a really good hit that time. Crazy good games that could come up. I think I've got a really... I'm pretty happy with the list, I have to say. We've got your Mega Mans, you've got your Super Mario Brothers, Ghosts and Goblins, Batman, I remember that as a kid. A Boy and His Blob, we've got Earthbound Beginnings, Mike Tyson Punch-Out. We've got The Legend of Zelda, we've got Metal Gear, we've got Tecmo Bowl, Lode Runner. Like, I think I've done really good picking these games. I took my time, I really did. We've got DuckTales, which is one that apparently is supposed to be really good. I've heard Earthbound Beginnings is a wild ride. I know the one on Super Nintendo is some people that's like their favorite game of all time. We've got Adventure Island, which I think someone told me is one of the hardest games. We've got Dr. Mario, Contra, Double Dragon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Rygar, Little Samson, Battletoads. It's a pretty stacked list. It's a very stacked list. That is so cool to hear. I love it when people like get stuck into a game that good that like it kind of just grabs you. That was me with like Metal Gear Solid. But I do think if we roll on any game, the one that'll be the funniest content is if we roll Final Fantasy II. I think that'll be the funniest. That'll be very funny. Alright, how are we doing? Everybody's pretty good. Can't hold anymore. What do we got? Could be a weapon. I don't think many of these are very good anymore. I think the giant sword we can just get rid of. Let's see if it's a weapon. No, turn around, bud. Masumen. Masmune. What is it? Well, the Excalibur went to Theo. Let's see if Dax can potentially equip that. He can. Because I think the katana's really good still as well. We'll roll with that on Dax for now. This is a legendary sword in every Final Fantasy game. Okay. Okay. So I need to know what this is. There we go. Alright. I thought Excalibur would be the really cool one. That's good to know. Well, how about we do a fight with it, and we'll just see what happens. Let's just see what kind of damage we do with it. Actually, we'll just do a fight. Pure fight. This was probably the last area that I knew I hadn't fully explored. I don't know if there's anything else in the other direction, because I'm pretty sure the other direction's the final boss. Whoa! Whoa! That is a huge improvement for him. That is a massive improvement. That's like probably more than double what I would have expected him to hit. That is awesome. That must have some good hit chance and good damage on that. Yeah. That's awesome. How are we doing? Alright, he's 34, 34, and 35. How close are you? 21,000. About you. 8,000. Okay, so we need to do a little bit more grinding to get ourselves to 35 on Ark. But we're not too far. That's the main thing. We're pretty close. Take it easy, Captain. I'm about to pull the pin anyways, so thank you very much for catching the stream, and I will see you next time. Alright, let's get ourselves stocked back up on the old heals. Alright, well I feel like, as far as physical attacks, two of our characters now are hitting really hard, which is really promising. We just gotta play our cards right in this next fight, and I think we'll be fine. Surely we're close. I think I had, oh nah, I would have had like 40 something heals left. So maybe it is a bit of a journey to get this filled back up. Be so close now, surely. Alright, we're there, we're there. Let's get into this inn. Let's save our progress. that is the stream for today. Tomorrow we are going to beat this game. That's right. Tomorrow we are going to beat this game. But for today, that is the grind done. I think we're gonna go straight for it tomorrow, and we'll see if we can do it. I feel like by the time we get there, Ark's gonna be 34, 35, Dax is gonna be 35. We're gonna get it. I feel really confident we're gonna get it. And if we don't, we'll have hopefully enough time for one more shot at it. Because I think we're gonna get it, but if we don't, it'll be like real close if we don't. But that'll be tomorrow's stream. I will be back to my normal scheduled stream tomorrow, so feel free to join me. And if you did join me today, thank you very much. Until next time, see you later.